And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with episode 15. Let's see who we get matched up against this time around. I think it's been a while since I've played MyTeam, so it might be a little bit rusty. Been trying to work on some association videos lately. Looks like we get matched up with ENG094. Let's quickly take a look at their lineups here. We got Kyrie Irving, Elgin Baylor, Kevin Durant, Paul Milsap, Joakim Noah, Walt Frazier, Brooke Lopez, Al Horford. We got Bob Dandridge, actually. John Havlicek, he's currently rearranging his lineup. Brolo, Zebo, they got Rudy Gay and Horford rounding off the lineup. At this point in the competition, there really isn't much that can throw me off the game. This is probably the deepest team we have played thus far. They are pretty much 12-13 deep. Lowest rated player is probably Milsap with like 82 overall. I think Horford's 84 or 83. Don't quite remember. Going right into tip-off, he did manage to change the starting lineup, choosing to start Kyrie Irving over Walt Frazier. Now, I'm not too familiar with some of the old school guys. I've been playing more with the 80s and the 90s classic teams, and obviously the current teams. So anything prior to the 70s, I'm not too familiar with player-wise and stat-wise. It's a great stereotypical Noah block right there. A little bit exaggerated in my opinion, but we're going to stick to our starting lineup here. They also decided to start Rudy Gay, which was a surprise to me. I guess he really wanted to match up against Joe Johnson, but regardless, any team is beatable. It really depends on how they play the game of basketball. They did decide to start with Zebo and Lopez, which I thought was a mistake. Neither is a very good post defender. Neither is very good of a help defender. So we'll see how that goes into play here. Talent-wise, as usual, I'm usually outmatched, at least on paper. So first quarter, really nothing happening, nothing interesting happening thus far. We just feel each other out offensively and defensively. Still a very tight game. I did get blocked probably a good 3-4 times alone, but nothing too much to worry about here. Really trying to isolate Kyrie Irving here. His defensive rating is not good at all in this game, at least. In real life, I think he's fairly below average. He's quick as hell, but still tends to struggle with screens, off-ball screens, on-ball screens, pick and pops. You pretty much name it. Part of the reason why is really I don't think he's strong enough at this point in his career, and he's not as committed to fighting over screens and whatnot. But going back into the game here, you can see that there's a lot of paint points being exchanged here. We're both trying to establish a mental edge over our opponents, so that's why we keep pounding inside the paint. Both teams have very capable big men. I like the versatility of Horford. He's very fast at his position. And I've said this to anybody who would listen to me. He's not a center. Most of my friends would agree with me. He's more of a power forward. stuck playing the center position. He's not a prototypical center either. Frazier surprisingly hasn't done too much, so I decided to double Lopez down low with Rubio immediately, because I know how I guess in this game how amazing Lopez can be down low. Real life, he's really been struggling with injuries. And that's another shacking a fool moment for myself. I don't understand why that animation happens. He should have done maybe like a reverse layup or maybe like a hook shot or something. I don't know why they're shooting the ball behind the backboard over and over again. It happens at least once or twice a game for me, at least. Which is why for all you post-up players, do not. That's a miscue. Did not want to shoot that ball, but do not post up too deep down in the low post. Don't post up too close to the baseline, because what happens is when you do a spin move or a post hook, there's a good 25% of the time you might hook it from behind the backboard, and hence turning over the ball needlessly. That's a tough shot by Kyrie Irving, but he's that type of player that can make those type of shots in and out. Now, that's a very dangerous inbound passing. Another gripe I have about this year's 2K edition is some of the entry passes are very, very questionable at best. If you ask my brother, he would pretty much agree with me that half the time it does not make sense for you to do a chest pass, a lob pass, or a bounce pass. So usually what happens is if you want to initiate a standard entry lob pass, what happens is you end up throwing a bounce pass, and what happens is the animation of the big men will sometimes sort of semi kind of deflect the ball, and then what happens is your big man is too slow to react, and the opposing big just quickly deflects the entry pass and then picks up the ball and pretty much initiates the fast break right off the bat. That's another gripe I have with this year's edition. I know there was one year, I don't quite remember which year 2K made a passing adjustment. I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, I think they made a passing adjustment to one of the years, but then they fixed it back again with the shot stick and all that stuff. But enough about my rants here. Let's focus in. We're closing in the fourth quarter here. Just a minute pass. Still got a 6-point lead. Can't say I have a cushion right now. Against some talented teams like these, we really don't know until the final second who's gonna win right now. They can easily knock down 2 threes and tie the game up immediately. However, defensively, I feel like this team's flawed in so many ways, because it's not a good fit matchup wise for me, which is why I still decide to start. I still decide to start Noah and Horford for the flexibility and their ability to guard the pick and rolls more efficiently. Lopez is terrible, actually, and Joe Johnson just makes an incredible layup there. Got pretty lucky. Sometimes you just gotta get lucky. Doesn't matter how good you play. If you make a couple of lucky shots like that right there, because we're playing 6-minute quarters, those lucky baskets really add up at the end right here. So once again, going back to the game, felt like they overplayed me a little bit here. I was able to get a clean look at Joe Johnson. They were trying to run me off the 3-point line. forcing me to put the ball on the floor, which I don't do that often actually. I'm not sure why Rudy launches that really bad shot right here. And again, I don't know what happened there. A miscue is really trying to go for the layup. Instead, I go for a contested shot. I brick it. He throws up another 3. He does make the shot. Cuts it down to 7, but at this point, I'm very confident I can close out the game. With less than 20 seconds left, up 7. All I have to do is take care of the ball. That's why it's great to have a ball handling 2 to relieve the pressure off the point guard. And again, that's one of the philosophies of the triangle offense, to have a 2-guard offense instead of a 1-guard offense. So essentially, the point guard is not always going to handle the ball in this situation, and I do capitalize, taking this game by 7 points, and it looks like the opponent will DC. So we do take this match, and we are 3 wins away from getting into Tier 5. I can't wait. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.